Shqipërisë gjendet tashmë vetëm e paketuar.
To do the same. Let us have one crucial difference, how we see each other, whether it's a form of view, but is that really an impediment to clear the slate, to resolve every other issue that stands between us? Of course it shouldn't be. That's why we need to move on. That's why we always propose, if you want to have a deal with us, start with allowing Serbian trucks to get Serbian food or other goods into Kosovo, not only on one border crossing or administrative crossing as we call it. Do it. What's the problem to buy, I don't know, Serbian chips or beer? Is that a problem? Oh yeah, it's a problem. It's a big blow to their sovereignty, as they call it. I think it's nonsense. How can you be a democratic society with such a system? I think it's bad also for Albanians. I don't see NGOs in Pristina who are doing
Tremendous work on reconciliation and facing the war crimes like we see in Belgrade. And I said this to Jeta many years ago, still nothing. I don't see Mirdita festival in Pristina, still. We need those things. Where are these brave individuals? How come that one thing you cannot speak badly in Kosovo is UČK? Why? What, they're some kind of saints? You know, to expect Serbia to say, well, you know, let's move on, let's look to the future, sure. But don't expect that the country, not the government, the country, should be humiliated. We should look to the Good Friday Agreement, famous Good Friday Agreement between Ireland and UK. There's so many good things inside. We should learn from it. And that's how this ambiguity, which I don't like personally, can be useful once again. And we need to do this, and we need to bring all entities in the Western Balkans together. We need to create something called Visegrad II. We need to organize ourselves and to create one secretariat that will speak with one voice to Brussels. The dark days are coming. We need to be together in order with one voice, with one unity, to join European Union. If we continue like this, it looks really like some cheap video game with some really, really funny characters who think that they're the kings of the world, and actually what they're ruling are empty villages, young people leaving, Serbs and Albanians, corruption everywhere, everything is falling apart. So we need freedom, we need economy, we need cooperation, but no humiliation. Thank you.
Okay.
I want to come back to that.
Sure, but briefly, because we have 10 more minutes.
We need an update on the information Borko just gave. Mirdita Festival was actually blocked in Belgrade. It was held in Pristina. That just get that fact checked, one. Two, in the middle of Pristina today, not only there is an NGO doing good work on transitional justice, but we have, funded by the Dutch and the Germans, have opened a museum which speaks about Kosovo refugees that were thrown out by Milosevic, and the revenge attacks on Serbs that happened after the war. That is a museum that deals with the past of both, treating both victims as such in the middle of the city, in the center. Something unimaginable to go in Belgrade today and look at what has happened to the victims where Serbia went to war with. And third, we have a Kosovo parliament that voted to try only Albanians for war crimes. Unlike in Serbia, which you don't have war crimes ongoing for Kosovo crimes, you currently have in everyday broadcasted crimes against the KLA leaders, those, not only that it's acceptable, but nobody is burning the house down because we have 5 of the main Kosovo liberation leaders being tried in The Hague, because we think that to become a normal country, you need to go through the process. Not because we think they're guilty, but we are going through the process. Instead, what do you have in Belgrade? You go in the middle of Belgrade. When I went together with my daughters, because I want them to see today's Serbia, we went and saw a huge poster around the building of the former Serbian army, which says, "Kad se vojska vrati na Kosovo." That's how Serbia is dealing with its past and future. I had to explain to my daughters to be prepared who is their neighbor, to explain the poster, that the roundabout poster throughout the boulevard, the main policy of this country towards Kosovo is to return the army to Kosovo.
Jetta, we need to stop here because I'm sure that you also want to hear the questions from the audience. Duly noted, everything you said. We have 8 more minutes for questions and comments from the audience. If you could please introduce yourself and ask the question. Okay, we have a gentleman in the back.
Hello, thank you so much. It was very informative, and I appreciate the participation of all the panel. My name is Basil Wild. I'm a master's student at the Faculty of Political Science here in Belgrade. And it was mentioned toward the beginning of the discussion, the role of public opinion on both sides for either the hindrance or the galvanization of the dialogue. My curiosity is what role, if any of you who feel qualified to answer, I would appreciate one, what role does the clergy on either side in the communities of both the Kosovar Albanians and the Serbs in Kosovo Serb territory in the north and also in Serbia, and the church, His Holiness Patriarch Porphyry, what role they play in the shaping of public opinion toward the ongoing dialogue? Thank you.
Okay, maybe we can pick one more if somebody has something urgent. If no, then we will... Okay, we have one more there.
Hello everyone, I am Lazar Šljukić. I'm a student of political science. I'm currently in my senior year. So I have a question about an important topic that is Trepča and Gazivode. I think they're a really important topic for both Kosovo Serbs and Kosovo Albanians. As you know, both of these institutions are part of Washington Agreement from 2020. So do you have any idea, will there be any progress made in resolving those issues? Thank you.
Okay, we have 5 more minutes to return to the panel. Maybe we can start in the reverse order. Maybe we can start with Borko and end with Veton, please. If you'd like to respond.
Listen, I think that it's pretty clear that we all need to work on our societies and the problems that we inherited pretty much. It was somebody else's debts that we are paying pretty much from Milosevic. So it was not Đinđić's mistakes or somebody else's. But I'm proud that Serbia actually created the prosecutor's office for war crimes and also the court. And actually that most of the people went to The Hague. They were preparing the cells for Mr. Taci, okay? So I'm also happy that Taci is there right now because I believe humbly that he deserves to be there. Now, maybe some of our interlocutors and friends from Pristina would say, you say this because he's Albanian. No, actually, I don't think that war criminals actually have anything to do with other humanity, and they shouldn't be giving, honor to put under ethnicity. This is, by the way, what they want, and this is what they did, and they did it with the flag. But I think that we should do more, I agree. I commend and I fully support if such actions were taken in Pristina. You know, there is a museum. I will visit it as soon as I can to see actually
The footage and documents about Serbs being expelled from Kosovo. If that is true, I believe, Jetta, and Albanians, as you said it, of course, which is natural, I will be the first to congratulate and to say this is a wonderful thing that would actually help. But there will be, you know, I don't think that there will be no way out. As long as we have leadership in Pristina and Belgrade who simply don't see, why should we do this? I will speak only for Belgrade. Why should we make any progress? Why should Albin Kurti, create the Association of Serbian Municipalities?
Whether Kosovo will join European Union, of course not. Whether they will join NATO, of course not. You know, if it's puzzling for you, look to Ukraine. Wake up. If anybody really believes that the current government in Belgrade wants to bring Serbia to European Union, they're really delusional.
So where is the carrot, the famous carrot from Thessaloniki, 20-something years of promises, blah, 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 and now we came to a situation we need to bring the region, we need to bring all of these countries. Yes, but you forget one thing. We don't want to be countries taken close to EU without joining with autocrats, with the clear, open negation of everything that what Europe and the Western world stands on. And by the way, sanctions on Russia, who is Putin and Zelensky, it's not a topic anymore. And by the way, nobody will care 2 weeks from now about this. It will be much more important how we will deal with the Chinese and not how we will deal with Putin in international arena.
Sorry, I have
yes,
to
thank you.
cut you here because we have 2 more minutes. Let's give each panelist 1 minute to
But this was
respond.
just my reaction to Jetta, so I will take another
Sure.
question. Yeah.
So,
So I
Madame Jara, please,
It's your turn.
No, just to answer the question about clergy, to be quick, there is no Kosovo-Albanian clergy having an effect on the dialogue at all, because our Muslim community is not involved in the dialogue at all, the Muslim side of the clergy. But what is important is that Kosovo actually fulfilled an obligation that it was stalling on in implementing the law to give the monastery of Dečani the land that it was owned. That was a big dispute. There was reluctance a few months ago. The clergy in Dečan, if you want to know what's the current debate, was given that, and there wasn't a big backlash. Basically, the decision was made to give monastery of Dečani the land, and there we are, another obligation fulfilled, which should have been done a long time ago. It took time, it was done.
Well, can I say a few words on a clergy, because I'm former monk of Dečani Monastery and former clergy. Well, land was not given to the monastery, it was returned, and the Constitutional Court said for a long time that land should be returned. Kurti claimed, well, I cannot, I'm apart from the executive, from that power. However, it showed that he is not, because the land was because of the bargaining with EU, etc., and many interventions of United States, it was done. But I also took part in interreligious dialogue for several years, and I mean, we didn't have effect on dialogue which was not existent at the time, but you know, there was an effort to bring communities a bit closer. However, all clerics failed in that attempt because, again, it is not popular among Kosovo Albanians to shake hands with Serbs, even though Kosovo Serbs as citizens, and I mean, we were just stuck in that, and it ended.
Thank you. And Mr. Soroy, you have the last word.
Let me finish on a literary happy note, responding to the Gazivode question. The lake of, and in one extended sentence, a very long extended sentence. The Lake of Gazivode, which was constructed by the Socialist Autonomous Province of Kosovo, which got indebted in the World Bank in order to do it, and the guarantees to it was made by the Assembly of the Socialist Autonomous Province of Kosovo, which bought some private land in the Republic of Serbia, Socialist Republic of Serbia at the time, provides water for a great part of Kosovo. It became a problem in the recent years, was negotiated in Washington, became shortly a Lake Trump, and after not very vociferous negotiations with people of goodwill, became Lake Gazivode under the administration of Kosovo, with a director who has always been a Serb and continues to be so. And this is the way things ought to be going forward. Thank you.
Thank you for ending on this note, and thank you for your patience and questions, and I think our panelists deserve a round of applause.
Thank you for this excellent debate on unresolved questions in Belgrade-Pristina relations. And shall we have to wait for another round of elections in Kosovo or Serbia or elsewhere to get things going in the right direction? Before we proceed to the next panel, we are going to have a short coffee break outside. Please be back here in 20 minutes. Thank you.
We all have a dream. It may surprise you, but we Belarusians have one dream for everyone. This dream is the same for all of us. That's why what I'm going to tell you concerns everyone. In the year 2020, we lost our country. Of course, it happened earlier in 1994. That's when the dictator Lukashenko came to power to remain president forever. My dream speaks with the voices of hundreds of thousands of Belarusians. Just listen to it. I dream about